Welcome back to Small Talk. Today is September 18th, 2024, and I'm recording this video right after the Fed meeting took place earlier in the afternoon. Fed Jerome Powell has spoken in a conference and he has announced 50 basis points rate cuts. Obviously, market was pricing in some type of rate cuts, whether it be 25 basis points or 50 basis points. There was mixed opinions. Some people were of the opinion that it's going to be 25 basis points. Actually, a majority of the analysts were of the opinion that it will be 25 basis points, and then the small minority was of the opinion that it will be 50 basis points. Initially, I was of the opinion that it is going to be 25 basis points rate cut because the previous CPI data was a little bit hotter than it was expected. So, but then some stuff took place. Obviously, the WikiLeaks kind of suggested that it should be 50 basis points. And whenever WikiLeaks suggests something like that, that's usually what happens. So, Jerome Powell has announced 50 basis points rate cuts. And then the market just started selling off right after that. What happened? So if you notice, prior to Jerome Powell speaking, the yields were going down and the market was going up. So right after he announced that he's going to do a 50 basis point rate cut, the yield started going up and the market kind of selling off. It was basically some profit taking after the rate cut announcement was done. Obviously, it was buy the rumor, sell the news kind of scenario, and people didn't know what else to look forward to in the near future as far as the stock market is concerned. So this was probably a one-day thing where the market sold down a little bit. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the market reverses tomorrow and it goes green again. Then we have two major catalysts to look forward to within the next 6 weeks, roughly about 6 weeks. The first one is going to be obviously, we have job report coming out, but then, small catalyst here and there, but the two major ones are the earning reports, which take the third quarter earning reports, which takes place early week of October. And then we have, of course, the elections. So depending on the earning reports, how well some of the companies do and how well then the big tech will do, market's fate will be decided based off of that. And then election, historically, pretty much almost always, markets tend to sell pre-election because market doesn't like uncertainty, and pre-election is always uncertain. Market doesn't know who the next president is going to be. And then right after the elections are over, regardless of who wins, whether it's Democrats or Republicans, markets kind of rallies. There's no guarantee, of course, anything could happen between now and then. We have a long way to wait before those catalysts are going to take place. But historically speaking, usually when Republicans win, market tends to rally. And when Democrats win, usually market it still rallies regardless, but then it kind of starts selling off because of the difference in their policies. So pre-election, during the Halloween weekend, market is probably there's going to be a small pullback in the market. I do have some cash sitting on the sideline. I'm pretty heavily invested for the most part because I ran out of money, but then I have some more money that I put on the side because I was looking forward to that dip pre-election, and there are some equities that I bought pretty expensive and I wanted to average down on those equities. So then after the election, the market kind of rallies, I can take some profits and maybe break even in some of the stocks. So if you have any equities that you have your eyes on and you think they're too expensive right now and you have some cash that you can put on the side until pre-election, that Halloween, near the Halloween time period when the market usually tends to pull down. Of course, it's not a personalized financial advice. Don't take my words for it. Anything could happen, but historically speaking, that's what happens. When the market pulls down, you can maybe get into those equities, and right after, when the market rallies after the election, you can sell them. So you can make quick 7 to 10%, sometimes even 20 to 30% profit between those 1 to 2 week period, which is pretty nice and pretty juicy. So you can put that money into something else that you're willing to invest in. it's not a personalized financial advice. Of course, take your risk according to your own financial situations. Um, if you have money sitting on the sideline, which is your emergency fund or slush fund, and you think you might need it in the near future, please don't use it. But if you have some money sitting on the sideline, which you know you probably won't need for like, I don't know, 10 to 12 months, and you think you can take a little bit of risk with it, uh, during the pullback period, if you invest it and then you sell it right after the election, you can make some decent profit off of it. That's what my plan is going forward. Um, Given that everything else stays the same and stays normal, I think the stock market is going to do well after the election. Until the elections, we are going to have some pullbacks. There's going to be some volatility in the stock market. And then it comes down to what is going to happen, how the next CPI report comes. So next CPI report is, I think, November 7th, if I remember it correctly. And then the next FOMC meeting is either November 12th or November 13th, right after the election. I don't know if the Fed is going to do 50 basis points again, or they're going to do 25 basis points. My personal opinion, they've already done 50 basis points. They should do 25, 25, and then maybe 50 after that. Because if they did 50 back to back, it's going to cause some kind of fear in the stock market, because the market might think that they have gone too far and we may not have soft landing. Rather, we probably are already in recession. And market, obviously, Fed doesn't want to give that impression to the general public and to the stock market, because if that happens, then they are going to pretty much start the recession earlier, even if we are going to go into recession. Some people think that we're going to go into recession. Me personally, I'm very hopeful. I feel like we've already been in recession. The recession is done and over with. But again, I might be incorrect, because we don't know all the inside stories of what takes place in the government, what data they're looking at it, how honest and truthful they are when it comes to the data. I was watching Jerome Powell's meeting, and then somebody asked him a question that, do you think that we have conquered the inflation? And his answer was that no, I'm not going to declare victory, that we have overcome inflation, which I didn't understand. Why would he say that? Because in my opinion, I think the inflation is out of the way. Of course, we're going to see the results within the next few months. It doesn't, for general public, the results don't show up right away. But as far as the data is concerned, I think we have overcome, or they rather have overcome the inflation. And maybe we are a little behind the curve. I don't know. Maybe we have gone too far, but I guess Fed couldn't take a chance to cut rates earlier, and then they get the data and then they say, oops, we cut too soon. Then of course Fed loses its credibility and public is not going to trust them. So they had to go a little bit further ahead, and I understand from the policy point of view and from the political point of view that they kind of had to do this, even if they do know inside that they might be a little bit behind the curve. But I don't think so, because I think they had made some pretty wise moves. Economy is still pretty hot. Inflation is, yes, I think they have overcome the inflation, but we don't see it. Maybe in the next 5 to 6 months, we'll be able to feel the difference as the common man. But again, Fed, as they always say, they're very data dependent. So it really depends what the next CPI report is going to look like. Then they're going to decide if they're going to do 25 basis points or 50 basis points. But that's like 2 months away from now. I'm looking forward to the next two catalysts, which is the earning reports and the elections. And I'm going to take advantage of some of the opportunities that these two catalysts will provide us. And then I'll look forward to the next FOMC meeting and then see how it goes. I hope this video helps. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Oh, by the way, Tesla. I forgot to mention Tesla. I think Tesla is going to have very volatile days from now until the election. Until the election, I'm actually not very bullish on Tesla, because Elon Musk has just ruined it for everybody when they cancel their August 8th robotaxi event. But I think after the election, I'm pretty hopeful that Tesla will have to go up given that Elon Musk doesn't make any other announcements which will collapse Tesla stock. I still have all those stocks that I bought back in, I don't know, July, I guess, or June rather. I'm still holding on to those. I didn't sell anyone, and not even a single stock from there. I could have sold some, taken some profit because I think it's going to go down. But if it's going to recover right after election, why bother? Let's just let it sit there and let it grow. So those of you who are Tesla fans, if you're not invested in Tesla, pre-election is going to give you an opportunity to buy the dip, and then right after election, it's a good opportunity to sell if the stock goes up, and then you can make some profit. Not a personalized financial advice. Please, please, please look at your own financial situations and make decisions based off of that. I was going for a walk, so I thought I should do just this quick update to the people who watch my videos. I usually, as I said before, I don't like to do market updates because it's pretty scary, dangerous, and my opinion could be very, I don't know, very practical and very knowledgeable, but anything could happen between now and tomorrow morning, and it could collapse the market, and then I would feel guilty that maybe who knows how many people bought because of me and now they're losing money. But there are some things that I just like to share. And this is one of those videos where I just wanted to give a little brief update, like what am I doing with my money versus you make your decisions based off of your own financial needs or financial situation rather. Not a personalized financial advice. I just share my thoughts, what my plan is going into election and after the election. Please subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up. Until next video, Assalamu alaikum.